Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Today we got another very special guest here, and I say that every episode now, but we do have a pretty special guest this time, and he is one of our old high school friends, and I don't know, we haven't seen each other in years. I mean, I've seen you a couple of times, but you haven't, definitely not for these two.
Yeah.
So this is Jake Loewen. Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks so much.
And basically we're gonna just catch up, just talk, see what's up.
Yeah, perfect.
Consider this as a hangout, but on camera, pretty much. So yeah, how are you doing? How are you doing, Jake?
Been pretty good. Yeah, it's been fun. I am almost done university, so that'll be nice going to the workforce. But how are you doing? Especially with the YouTube.
I mean, these past few years have definitely been more of an intense grind. Just last year, I put out my documentary on the missions trip that I did, and that was probably hands down the hardest project I have ever done, because it's 3 hours and 40-ish minutes long, so you can really imagine how much content is in there.
Yeah, that's a ton.
Just from that length. And yeah, also to a more professional production, because it's very different from a normal YouTube video. And also it's a documentary that's about missions trips. And if you've seen my old stuff, I have never done content like that.
No.
So it's a hard transition from Fortnite films to a documentary about
missions
going
trips.
on a missions trip. Yeah, but yeah, and then other stuff, like obviously this podcast is obviously a brand new thing. It's a whole new channel. Obviously, it's not on my main Mark45 channel, and then music, that too. I've just started getting back into it, so I can't really say I've been on the grind. But
music,
yeah.
So you're producing music?
A bit of that, yeah. I mean, we started in 2019 already, but then we just had a big break in between, and then just starting to get back to it this year. But yeah, so we got you have a lot of things under your belt as well.
Yeah,
Definitely
do.
YouTube. I mean, I've seen you also do missions work yourself.
I do. Yeah. Did you saw it on the post?
Yeah. So I am.
Yeah.
We can talk a little bit about that. I'm a little curious about that.
Yeah, I did just come back from a missions trip. It was my first time going to having that experience. I feel like I've been quite sheltered for most of the time. Lived in the same house for all my life, and I haven't left the continent. You could say Hawaii is you left the continent, but Hawaii is part of the United States. So I tell people,
fair.
haven't left the continent.
Fair.
So, but yeah, definitely an experience.
Yeah.
That video for your missions trip, though, you said 3.5 hours around there.
It's 3 hours and 40-ish minutes.
That's the finished product?
That is the finished product.
That's insane.
And a lot had to be cut too, or it would be even longer. And it would be longer than Lord of the Rings, probably.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's 2 weeks of stuff. So there was a lot of things that we did that was jam-packed as well, other than just the missions work itself. So I had to do some sacrifices, but I think ultimately from the final product, I am pretty happy with it. And at least my church has received it very well. And one of the things we are hoping for is for other missionaries and other churches to also see it, to give people an idea, especially those who haven't served on a missions trip yet, to see what it's like. Because that's basically our entire experience, all captured on camera, so they can see firsthand for themselves what it is like to be in the mission field. So hopefully, as we continue, because I'm also doing something similar to that, but not as intense this year, on another missions trip. I'm going to Mexico this time.
Wow.
It's only a week this time. It's a lot shorter, not as intense as Thailand, but I hope it's going to be, around the same, I guess, impact or experience will be similar to it. And now that I've actually gone through a missions trip, I know what to expect, right? I'm coming in with more experience. So
yeah, so that was your first one.
That was my first one, yeah. And then this upcoming one's going to be my second one.
Did you have any experience prior to that missions trip, traveling other places?
Well, for different reasons, of course.
Sure.
Mainly for vacations.
Okay.
I mean, I've left the continent 2014. That was 10 years ago. And then other trips I've been to, New York, like Yellowstone, that's still within North America, so I don't really exactly count that. So it's good to know I'm actually like going to more different countries, like actually out, like that's far.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Really far. But yeah. What about you? What's your missions life been like?
Well, the missions life, it was still within the province, so I think it was like an hour and a half flight around there, but we went to an indigenous reserve, so got to see what community was like there. It was a small town, and we got to hang out with the elders and just learn about their culture. And I'll definitely say learned a lot more than just the culture. Being able to work with a team.
Yeah.
There are definitely some challenges where I was like, whoa, I wasn't expecting this, but pushed through, and it was great. I would do it again if it meant that I was able to learn all the stuff that I got from that experience.
How long was the length of that?
It was 1 month. So it was all of May.
1 month.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's a lot to take.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you would say it's very memorable then with how much time you were able to spend with them.
Yeah.
And obviously with that time it's more fleshed out. It's not as I guess rushed. Would that be the right word?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
There was definitely lots of time to talk with the people in the community.
Yeah.
And to host certain events.
Well, what was it like then? Like running events and comparing to like, what you normally do at a church or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were invited into the community. So there were 6 of us. It was 2 guys and 4 girls. And some of the events we hosted was maybe there was a movie night or games night, which were pretty fun. Quite a few people came to those. And we had some food set up as well so people could eat. And we would tell them about God, but the thing is, most of them already knew about God. They actually had a church there. So that was nice. But being able to make an impact in that community. Well, I feel like when I first went into the missions, on the missions trip, it was more like, I'm going to make an impact.
Yeah.
And that was definitely my thought process. But as I went through this missions trip and was like seeing what's going on, it was more that it wasn't for me to make an impact, but it was for me to basically do the opposite. Just listen. And yes, absolutely. And that was probably the greatest act of service that we could do there, is just listening to the people, hearing out what they want to say to us. And it just makes all the difference because they have somebody to talk to. Yeah. Instead of giving them advice and saying, well, have you tried this and tried that? Because not everybody, it doesn't really help most of the time.
I think what's the most important thing when it comes to mission trip is you're not going there to like, I guess, save the community or something like that.
Exactly, yeah.
Like you're there to be with them, and I think that's the most important thing. So yeah, I got that similar mentality going to Thailand. Like we're gonna tell these guys how it's done, but
right, yeah.
But it's changed. Like obviously that whole mindset once you're actually on the field with them. Like as soon as we went to the first outreach, like the first village, immediately I'm like, maybe I'm just here to spend time with them. And especially with the context is the backstory is a little bit different as well. Most of the communities we've been to, they are actually like refugees. I don't know if you read the news, but there is a conflict that's currently happening in Myanmar.
Oh, wow.
Like a civil war, and a lot of those people fled from Myanmar to Thailand, to those places. So those were most of the people we spent time with. So yeah, you learn a lot, especially like hearing from those who actually like ran away with like, no documents or anything. Technically they're illegally staying there, but the churches are welcoming them in open arms, giving them protection. So like, it's your perspective shifts. I think the second from when you were preparing for it and then to when you're actually on the field, it immediately shifts. So I'm curious, like what was one of the biggest takeaways you got from your missions trips?
I'd say that was probably it. Just realizing that it's not making impact, but actually listening, and that makes all the difference. Because that was definitely my biggest mindset. And I think at times I was trying to make an impact by giving advice and telling people my thoughts.
Yeah.
And then I had to think about it and like talk about it with my team even. Yeah. Just being like, we got to talk about like what we say and just listening. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. But I'd say like in the learning perspective, that was a big takeaway. It was beautiful there because it was right next to a lake. It was great. Okay. I mean, BC has a ton of lakes and a ton of great scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd say definitely the learning experience was the biggest takeaway.
The learning experience for sure. And then did you feel like your church life changed after coming back from the mission work?
I'd say how I could interact with people in a way like when you say church life, like what do you mean? Like specifically?
I think our attitude towards church shifted a lot after Thailand. I mean, I got baptized after.
Oh, that's awesome! Congratulations!
Trip. Yeah, I did it on Thanksgiving last year, and it wasn't just me. It was like a whole group of us, and like I want to say like 70% of us in that group went to Thailand together. So like, definitely, there was some sort of influence that happened from that missions trip that then led to, I guess, the urge to be more involved, to be more engaged in the church life. And then, yeah, I think the perspective I had from like 2018, 2019 to now is like it's a night and day comparison. One of the biggest things we talked about was one of the issues was sometimes you viewed going to church as a chore. You treat it like going to school, going to work, and you don't really get anything like, I guess, engaging out of it. So I think that was the biggest shift, especially after the mission trip. So like that's what I'm like curious on. Like, did you experience anything similar to that from your work?
I'd say so. I'd say gratitude was definitely a big thing that increased. Just from looking at the community, there was a lot of brokenness around the community. It was very hard to intake, for sure. So usually there's thoughts where it's like, oh, I wish I had this or that. And I think about people back at the missions, and it's not the worst, but it's definitely in a place where I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I'd be able to live there, just from my experience. And I take so many things for granted because there's a lot of things that they don't have there. And I'm not talking about the fact that all the roads aren't paved or the fact that they have to drive an hour and a half out of town to get some groceries, even fresh water. Like they got to go buy fresh water. I think some of them drink from the tap. BC's pretty good for that.
BC is good in terms of that. In other countries, not so much.
Not so much. So I just feel like I take a lot of things for granted. So I'd say that definitely changed a lot.
For sure. And I guess, do you have any other like ambitions or goals that you have for the future? We're going to continue missions work or anything like that?
I'm thinking about it. I'm definitely just taking the time to just think through processing the missions trip that just happened, because it was my first time doing something like that. So it was very taxing for me. Yeah. For other people I could see on the team, other people have done it before. One of them was like part of the community beforehand. I think they were half Cree, I think. Yeah. So they had quite a bit of exposure to a community such as that before. But for me, it was like, wow, I'm in a completely new place. I've never done anything like this before. This is wow. So, yeah. But I liked it because I went in thinking this is an exposure to missions, and it was exactly what I signed up for. So
would you like to experience more of that then?
I'll have
when
to
the time's right, I guess.
Yeah, I'll have to see. Definitely if I feel God calling me towards that, I will go.
Sounds good. I do think a great benefit from being able to capture all that experience and turning it into a documentary is not only sharing it to everyone else so they can experience what we experience, but also as like a memory's sake, right? You can always go back and revisit it, and then, like you said, when you take time to digest it and like reflect on it, you can just honestly just pull up the laptop, open it up, rewatch it back instead of just using, muscle memory. So I will shamelessly plug the documentary. That is probably the one thing I will recommend you to check out if you want to see what I've been doing these past few years, because I know obviously it's been a long gap since high school. So I guess my question has just been, how have you been since we graduated from high school and split into our own different paths?
Definitely, well, I'm gonna say it again, learning experience. After high school, I mean, we went through COVID, so during that time, I was just at home. I'm like, well, I want to do something. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to do YouTube, and I'm not gonna state what the channel is, but I did YouTube and I created content, stuff that I wanted to do, and then unknowingly I uploaded a video that was high on trending at that time, and so that video blew up and I started getting lots of subscribers, and I started doing my own content and I got many more subscribers. So that was my COVID phase, just doing YouTube.
I mean, it worked perfectly because everyone was staying indoors.
Exactly.
They had nothing to do, so
yeah.
YouTube was probably at its peak during that time.
Absolutely, yeah. So I got to 40. Well, I'm at, it's around 40 to 50,000 subscribers.
Jeez,
which is crazy, yeah. Yeah, and it was definitely a long road, and I got to just be in that YouTube community. So that was definitely the grade 11, grade 12 era.
I remember that era.
Yeah.
I remember discovering it. I was like, dang, this guy, you're on another level.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm humbly still sitting at like 8K, which I'm perfectly fine with. But then I saw your stuff. I'm like, dang, that is impressive. Like,
I talked with lots of people about just the YouTube algorithm, just figuring out, okay, what does it take for one to get onto this YouTube algorithm, right? And after lots of time, I was hanging out with other YouTubers on call, just asking them questions. I'm just like, how do you do this? Because they're at what is it? One of them's at, it's insane. I think is he at 1 million? Did he pass 1 million? No, he didn't. No, I think he's at 600,000.
Oh, he's close then.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we were in a YouTube group. There were 9 people, and I think a couple of us had 20,000. I was around 20,000 at that time, maybe 25. I got YouTube. No, I wanted to get the YouTube play button, but I'm not close to that anyway. I'm not even halfway. Not yet.
100K.
100K.
Is your
yeah.
first one.
And I think some people just like died off a little bit. Some people had like 1K. It's like, okay. And there's just one guy. He only had 1K. So there were 2 guys who had 1K. And this one guy is just like, oh man, I really want to do good at YouTube. And so he just studied a lot and then got up, and he's at 600K. Like, he's the one in our group who has the most subscribers in our YouTube group.
That gives so much Mr. Beast energy.
It's insane, yeah. He actually was in a couple Mr. Beast videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. And then one of the other guys, 250,000 subscribers, around there. Yeah. And then, yeah, it was quite a few of them like went on the trending tab. But the content I was doing, it didn't really correlate with the trending at that time, so I didn't do it. But I'd say for YouTube, the most important thing is have fun with it.
Absolutely.
But if you want to rise up to the level of, I want to get lots of subscribers, you have to have that balance. You need it. You want to have it be fun, or else there's going to be no motivation to do it, right? But if you just do whatever you want and you don't pay attention to what YouTube wants, then people are not going to be very interested. Well, actually, it's not that. People will probably be interested, but YouTube will say, no, we're not going to we're not going to advertise your videos. And the one word that I have for that is genre.
Yeah. So true. And also depends on the timing as well.
That is true. Yeah. Like, the way that I described it is lots of people say, oh, I want to be like Markiplier, right? Who doesn't want to be like Markiplier? Like 30, what is he at? Is it like 40 million subscribers now? Last I checked, he was at 33 million.
Last I checked, yeah, it was roughly around 30 mil.
Yeah, around there.
He probably got a little bit more since then.
Yeah.
It's been years, but the last video I saw of him, he was reviewing, I think it was Korean instant noodles.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. That was like the last video of him I saw.
Yeah. Actually, before coming here, I was just watching his Secret of the Mimic video. Yeah, he just released that, I think, yesterday.
Nice. But yeah, no, he is... Him, Jacksepticeye, those guys, they're like on another level.
It's great, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I have friends telling me, they're just like, oh, I just want to do my own content. I want to be a variety content creator. And I tell them, no, you can't do that, especially at the level that you're at, right? Like guys with 100 subscribers.
Don't copy and paste.
200. Yeah. And the reason being is because if you want, like, let's say that you watch a YouTube, a TV show, right? Name a TV show for me, one that you like. TV show.
I don't.
Come on, you watch plenty of shows.
Do I? Sure, The Office.
The Office,
There you go.
perfect. Okay. So we got The Office. What genre would you state is The Office?
Comedy.
Comedy. Perfect. So let's just say we got comedy. Now for a YouTube channel, let's say that it's all comedy, right? Or actually, you know what? Let's go back to The Office real quick. Let's say you're watching The Office and you're watching a couple of like episodes and you're like, oh man, I'm so excited to just relax and comedy. And out of nowhere, this like Godzilla comes in and just breaks open the tower and it just turns into an action movie. Like rip-off Avengers come in, right? And it's just total war and chaos. You're going to be looking at it, you're like, what the heck is happening? See, it's probably good. The thing is, people are watching it for comedy. If you do comedy and then you do thriller and then you do horror and then you do romance, it's like, where's the continuity? And then people become disinterested because everybody has a different taste in what they want. So what I tell YouTubers usually is you want to have a content. If you're going to be a Minecraft YouTuber, stick with Minecraft. If you're going to be a Fortnite YouTuber, stick with Fortnite. You can't do various ones. And then they tell me, well, how about Markiplier and Jacksepticeye? Here's the thing. Okay, I don't know about Jacksepticeye, but I know about Markiplier. Markiplier got very popular. Okay, well, he started YouTube forever ago. But the thing that really made him go off the charts was Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, really? I thought it was Minecraft.
Well, he had Minecraft for a while, and he did get a lot of subscribers. They were pretty funny. Five Nights at Freddy's, he got, like, I think hundreds of millions of views for.
Okay, so it was FNAF.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, he released so much FNAF content, and he built this fan base. But even when he did other content, people stuck with him. The question is why? And the answer is that it's because Markiplier has such an attractive personality. People are not there for the content. The genre isn't anything that Markiplier produces specifically. It's Markiplier. So if you're going to be a variety content creator, you have to have yourself be the genre, and that is very difficult.
I guess the greatest example of that in this modern time is Speed.
See, exactly. He made himself the genre, right? He did stuff to attract people. He did stuff that nobody else would do.
Exactly.
Freak out, do like dumb stuff that no one else is going to do.
Yeah.
Right?
And yeah, I if you ask me what type of content he does, my answer would be like, I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
It can just whatever.
He is a variety content creator.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right with like variety is you gotta have your personality, which is why I think why a lot of YouTubers, including myself, I do the same. Is like you make different channels for different types of content.
Yeah.
Like this is for a different channel. This is not going to go on the main channel.
I was going to say that's very smart. Yeah.
Because then that will, I guess, it'll feed the algorithm better in a way.
Yeah, people that want to see a podcast, they're going to come here. It's going to be like, I'm expecting a podcast. You upload a video, it's a podcast.
Yeah,
It's exactly what I expected.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So another example I'm thinking of is this guy right here. He also does YouTube.
Yeah. I have a really small channel. It's about like 100 something, 150 subs at the moment.
Yeah, it's a good starting point.
Yeah. So I started it last year, and it's a card game channel for of a card game called Shadowverse.
Shadowverse.
Yeah. Pretty niche. It new. They re-released like made a sequel of it, like released a couple days ago.
That's cool.
But I haven't made a video since like a few months ago because I've been kind of busy.
Right. Yeah.
But
So
yeah, sorry.
they updated the game recently.
It's a new version of the game, like Overwatch and then Overwatch 2, kind of.
Yes. Okay. And it came out when?
On the 17th, like 2 days ago.
Wow. Okay. That's really good. Yeah. 17th was yesterday. Yeah. That's really good. So my advice for that would be, wait, how popular is the game? Like, do a lot of people play it?
Right now, it's decently popular.
Okay.
I think it hit 100K concurrent on Steam.
That's really
But
good.
it's being review bombed because the economy in the game is really, really bad.
Economy.
So like, if you like, have you played online card games before? Okay, so basically you'll earn currencies and you have to buy packs to get cards and then use those cards to make your deck. But right now, the game I believe is like third worst reviewed on Steam
Wow.
because the original game is super free to play friendly, meaning you can build so many decks just from playing for free. Like you can play competitively, but right now you cannot. Like if you're free to play, you will have one deck that's half built. It's not even complete. And if you want to be competitive, you have to spend money. So people are really not liking that, especially compared to how generous the old game was, the first one. So it's like the player count is declining
I see.
unless they do something about it. So yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, hopefully they do something about it. But it makes sense. If it came out yesterday and people are complaining, they might switch it up.
That's what I'm hoping, because I'm planning to make maybe a video on it, but like with how it's going, it's not looking like super great.
If you make a video just on the status of it and your own opinions, I feel like people would watch that because it's something recent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something that people would want to search up, and if they see that it matches with what you're doing, and people watch the whole thing, then YouTube will probably recommend it to more people.
Yeah, I've thought about it, so
Yeah.
I'll see, because I'm kind of busy today.
Yeah.
And like this week, I'm like, well, do I have enough time to get it out before it becomes irrelevant?
Yeah. Even like it doesn't have to be an edited video. If you just state your thoughts about it, like you have a game going on in the background, if you don't want to do face like cam, I feel like it would be enough. But yeah, everyone has their own thing with how they upload videos. But that's, yeah, when people tackle on stuff that quickly, where people like, you see it, like you notice it, you probably want to know other people's thoughts on it, so you'll go to YouTube.
Yeah. I think that was during the Fortnite's peak time where there was constant updates and constant controversies. That was when a lot of the big Fortnite streamers and YouTubers were just jumping on the trend. Let's get this video. We gotta talk about it. So that is really important. I think for me, I tried that, and then I think one day I it's funny how you brought up Godzilla earlier, because that's the content that has skyrocketed my channel, and I think that was just not because of recent events. That was just because of the movies that were coming out. Everyone's hyped for the movies. They want to get some products, but they don't want to spend their money on it just yet. They want to see what are the thoughts, what are the reviews first, and then they go to YouTube and see that. I think, yeah, I don't know, it's very diverse. The way the algorithm works is very diverse. And I guess it's also very situational. Because, like, I mean, what is, like, the style of content you usually go for? Just pure entertainment? News? Like, what's your go-to style?
For me, it's entertainment.
Entertainment.
Yeah. So I play games with other people, and I make sure that it's with other people. The reason being is because I took it for myself. When I was a kid, there was a game I really wanted to play where it's like, oh, I wish I could play with other people. And just wanted to play like normal, right? Found out that a lot of people just did ridiculous content on this game. And I couldn't find the exact content that I wanted when I was a kid. Yeah. So what I did is I went and I said, well, I'm going to be a YouTuber when I'm older. I'm going to do this content. So come grade 10, grade 11, said, okay, we're going to do it. And the thing is, I was quite tempted to add stuff to this game and like do challenges or just like
spice it up. Yeah.
Spice it up, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I remember when I was a kid, I didn't want that. So when I produced the first video to this like series that I would do of entertainment, it got over 500,000 views.
Damn.
Pretty quickly. And it's like my top video. And it's insane. And it's because it's all kids who are watching. You look in the comments. I looked at the ages of
The
people.
Target audience is so
Right,
important. Yeah.
Target audience. The target audience is 44 to 50-year-olds. So I look at this, I'm like,
Wait,
why?
what?
Yeah, I'm like, why are adults watching my videos? And so I look at the comments, and I find out that these adults have very bad grammar.
So it's kids using their
Kids
parents
using their parents' account. Yeah.
account.
So I'm
Okay.
like, wait a minute. So it's all kids, right? But the thing is, you're just not gonna like it's the parents' account.
Yeah.
But I can tell it's kids because pretty much every single comment, right? It's just like, oh, I love your videos, and you can tell. It's just, the grammar is like, yeah, it's not brutal. Like I can understand it, but it's broken. So it's awesome to see that people enjoy it. And I think I was talking to a fan, and he was saying, like, I want those videos again. So I'm like, okay, I'll take feedback. And it's like, well, what kind of content do you want? It's like, well, I want the content from what you did from that video, like the one with over 500,000 views. I'm like, wow, so people still want that. The thing is, this guy is a kid. Back then when I did it, it was like 4 years ago. All those kids have grown up. But those kids still want that content. And not many people are providing it. It's a whole supply-demand thing as well.
It really is. You would think you're just producing these videos for people to laugh at and enjoy, but like once they're done, they want more. They're craving it. And yeah, so like if you have a piece of content that you know will in a way do well no matter what, maybe it will do even better, but you know at least it will satisfy a certain group of customers in a way, like you probably have found your niche, right? In that content. So, but I think what you could do, maybe like, you know, you say you try to like change things up to like spice it up, but like sometimes that's not that. Yeah. So maybe like instead of changing the content itself, maybe just switch up the presentation format every once in a while. I think that could be like, because I think, at least for me, if I do something the same thing for too long, eventually I'll get tired of it and I'll feel the burnout. So I think to maintain that motivation to keep doing it is probably just switching out how you want to like present the thing. Because like I know I have a couple other YouTube friends who struggle with that. They're like, man, like I know my audience wants this, but I'm just getting so bored of it. Like I don't want to do this again.
Absolutely.
So.
And it's how it goes.
Yeah.
But again, like I'm thinking of The Office. Like,
yeah.
If you want some great advice from people who have done it right, I wouldn't look at a YouTuber. I'd look at TV shows. The content that they do, like the good TV shows, right? They keep doing the same thing over and over, but it's always different. It's always new, right? And of course, it's going to get a little boring, but people just eat that content up. The thing is, some viewers, they do get bored of it, and they'll go away. But then new viewers will come in and they'll eat everything up, right? And then they'll stick around. The thing is, if you look at TV shows, I want you to name a TV show that you liked and fell off because it produced a new season.
I got a perfect example for that. Ninjago.
Ninjago? Okay. I haven't watched Ninjago. I think I watched it when I was a kid, but
well, it was peak.
It was peak,
back in our time.
Okay, and
now it's I don't even know what they're doing with it anymore. Apparently they're gonna end it soon. It's finally coming to a close. But like one of my biggest questions is like, how is Sensei Wu not dead yet? That guy is like 90 years old. He's still alive after all these years. But they've gone to the point where, well, without spoiling it, the basic context is the main original characters, the original ninja, they have taken more of a back seat, and they're trying to get this new generation of ninjas to be like in the spotlight of the story.
And it doesn't really.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not really doing it for.
So
people.
they tried something new.
Yeah.
Thinking, oh man, I'm bored with this. Let's try something new. And people didn't really like that. So that's definitely the struggle with content creation.
Yeah. So yeah, your example of like a show that's great then, but Ninjago is a perfect example of that. Like if you take like just remembering back to when it first started, when we were still in elementary school, like that was peak. That was peak. Yeah. It was hard. It's hard to relive that style now, and it's not just because we're older. It's just it's hard to, I guess, maintain something of like the same quality, especially if it gets too repetitive. You want to change it up, and then it doesn't work. And you're right. That's the really good example of like content. And I think for me, that's why I'm also changing up the formats of the Mexico trip. That instead of doing another documentary, I'm going to be doing a TV series. So it's going to be a 5-episode series, and I hope, like, I'm kind of like testing it. I want to see how the reception is going to be, because I know what the documentary is like now, because I've gotten reception from it. But now that I'm switching it, I'm going to see if people like it or not. And if they don't, well, now I know I can just go back to what worked before. I think that's also really important in content creation, testing things, seeing what works and what doesn't, because you won't really know until you try. So, was there any content that you've made in the past that just didn't work out, at least maybe for you, or maybe how it was received by the audience?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where there's a few stinkers. That's basically what I'm asking.
Yeah. Well, it's exactly what we were talking about. It's what I did. Instead of continuing with the content that I was doing, I decided to go off and do something more interesting that I thought was great. And a lot of people just didn't like it.
Yeah.
And even the people I was recording with are just like, oh, this doesn't really feel that good. So I ended up just unlisting the videos.
Yeah.
Just like hide them from YouTube. I spent hours on them. It was great. Lots of editing.
Oh yeah.
But
no, you just private. Don't delete it, because that's just all your hard work that go down the drain.
Yeah. You want to keep that. But I've definitely had that in the past. Yeah, and it just didn't go well.
So what's like, at least for you, what was it like? How important do you find it recording with others versus recording by yourself? Why is it such a big difference?
Absolutely. You want to be engaging with your audience. If it's just you have to get all the content from yourself. Yeah. You have no one else to get the content from. Nobody else is speaking where you can react to, and you don't say anything for someone else to react to. That adds so much more content, right? And the content that I do, just playing a game, anyone can go and play that game. But not everyone has people to play a certain style that they want to. If I set an environment where it's like, hey, we're playing with this environment, and then we do that, then people who want that don't have the friends to do it, or don't have the friends that want to do it,
yeah,
then they can just go to my video and watch it, which is great. And there's lots of videos for that.
I think that's also, in a way, you also may, I guess, inspire them. Be like, oh man, look at him, he's having fun with his friends. I wanted the same with my friends.
Exactly.
It can be influential.
Yeah.
In a way, it's I guess also inspirational in a way, because then people can see what you're doing and what works. I mean, man, maybe I want to do something like that too. And it's just training new generations from. It's like a recycle method. But yeah, did you hear about the Transformers 1 sequel? How they're not doing it?
Yeah.
So, do you know why?
I think they just said they have no plans.
No plans for it. Okay. Because with your example earlier, I was thinking earlier with your example, I'm like, I feel like Transformers is recently kind of struggling with getting producing content, and yeah, producing content. Not so much for the products, but the media stuff as a whole.
Maybe just the movies.
Yeah, the movies
Is
especially.
it just because the movie did badly?
Probably.
Yeah, so I think is it because they changed the style and then the fans were like, what
No,
is
I
this?
think people are just tired of the Michael Bay movies.
yeah, there's that.
And then it's like, oh, another movie coming out. It's like, I don't want to watch it. Yeah.
The movie itself is really good, but like no one was interested, or like not enough.
Yeah. And the marketing didn't help.
Do you think that's also really important with content creation, the marketing of it?
The marketing is interesting for sure. If we're talking about YouTube, no, because YouTube algorithm does all your marketing for you.
Yeah.
So many people use the YouTube platform. Everybody knows what YouTube is. Maybe not everyone uses it. But when people go on YouTube, chances are, if your videos are doing super well, right? And there's a lot of check marks that I'll talk about in a bit. Then the video will probably pop up on their screen and then they'll watch it. That's the market. That's all the marketing you need, right? If we're talking about like movies or TV shows, the biggest support of marketing is people telling each other.
Yeah.
I'll state an example, okay? I love this game called Undertale, okay? It's awesome, okay? I love it to bits.
Megalomania. Yep.
Yeah, Megalovania, exactly. Toby Fox, he was the creator of Undertale. He started this game when he was in university, and it was a Kickstarter game. And he finished it, and it wasn't even like that much advertisement. I think he just put it on Steam, stuff like that. But like it had a small fan base because people got to know about it from Steam and from like a community that he was in. And so when people played the game, it was pretty good, but it was just like a couple thousand. But the thing is, people told other people and other people and other people. And then the game was so good that people started making art out of it. And then they uploaded it to YouTube. And then there were animations. Hear what I said. They uploaded it to YouTube, okay? Here's the thing. People liked the stuff on YouTube. YouTube then went on to advertise it to other people who then found out about the game through that and went to the game to buy it themselves and then told other people. It was such a big branching tree. It spread so fast. So if we're talking about marketing in the sense, word for word is definitely the best way. Yeah. Going through other means like YouTube, for example, is great. But if we're talking about advertisement like with billboards, it's a lot of money. People like driving by. Yeah. Very old school, yeah. Or how about like TV? TV is pretty old school. Like YouTube's really good. Like ads or like let's say you're watching on Amazon Prime, like that'll do it. But who's really like? Are they interested in that content? Right. It also depends where you're advertising it. For example, let's say that there's people watching golf. Do you know what kind of ads golf has?
I would assume it's for like golf stores and like ATVs and all that.
Half of them are. The other half have nothing to do with golf. They have to do with business. Because all the people watching golf are people who own businesses, right? And people who are probably in the office. And that's not everybody, right? But they say it's like, if you have a lot of money, you can afford golf, right? And you're probably going to play a lot of golf.
I guess.
In that sense, like it's not everybody, but it's quite a few people. So business owners will be like, okay, where do we advertise our stuff? Maybe one of our best chances is advertising it to the golf place, right? Because a lot of business people watch golf. Not everybody. Like, obviously, like there's like this and that, but obviously they're gonna do golf stuff because everyone who watches golf loves golf, probably, hopefully. And then a lot of business people watch golf as well, so they're gonna do it there, right? Or let's say, if you're watching a TV show, like let's say Ninjago, they're probably gonna advertise Lego stuff. Why? Because it's Lego, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll probably advertise like the Lego setups and like, oh, I want that Lego thing because I love Lego because I'm watching Ninjago. Obviously, you don't have to love Lego if you're watching Ninjago, but a large majority of people will love Lego. So Transformers, where are they advertising their stuff? Just around. Where did you see it? Do you remember?
YouTube.
YouTube?
Okay, there you go.
So, yeah, I mean, like, it depends on what, like, audience they're going for. Like, Like, where is it being advertised on YouTube?
Where were the first shows like being shown? Just traditional TV or?
Newspaper.
Yeah, well, that's very old school.
Transformers is quite old as well,
Yeah,
but it's a popular concept and it's great. But I don't know. I can't say much because I wasn't into Transformers that much when I was a kid.
I mean, I discovered it through the Michael Bay movies, so that was like my first exposure to that world. But yeah, I think it was just since then, like, yeah, YouTube, where I'm like, wow, they got a lot more than just those silly live action movies. So
Yeah. Something companies will also do is people don't know much about like their content. Let's say Transformers is so good, right? But people are like, oh, I knew Transformers in the past. It's like car turns into robot. Cool. That's it. Or something like that. But it's like, no, there's actually like all this action. There's a whole plot. It's super great. Like, you want to watch it, right? One of the things they could do, from my mind, is let's get Brad Pitt on it. Something like that, right? Because people are like, oh my gosh, it's Brad Pitt. I love Brad Pitt. Let's bring him on. Right? Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's talk about that real quick.
yes,
okay?
I want
The marketing for Nintendo Switch 2. It's crazy, okay? They got the actors for Ant-Man and the Hulk. I don't know their names.
Mark Ruffalo and Paul Rudd.
Yeah, so the two of them, there's a video advertised of them playing Mario Kart World, right?
Wait, was there?
There is an ad out there.
Oh,
Was it necessary? Actually, yes. Because people who don't know about it that much were just like, okay, I know this. They see like famous people, actors playing it. They're just like, whoa, that's so cool. Now I'm hooked onto it, right? Because it attracts them from like, oh, I love Marvel, or oh, I love all these movies that they were in. And now they're doing this. Ooh, what is this? Oh, Nintendo Switch 2. Hey, I have a kid. Maybe he'd like it, kind of thing. Maybe she'd like it, whatever. So... But Nintendo Switch 2, of course, like has the reputation. But their marketing is pretty good.
yeah.
But they do have to look at other stuff just to see if they want to buy Nintendo Switch 2 or not. And I've got my own opinions about the Nintendo Switch 2, which I probably shouldn't say, but it's good marketing for sure.
You own one.
You own one. It's really good. That's awesome. You know what? I'll try it someday. I'm just not gonna. I probably just won't buy one.
How is it then, in your honest opinion?
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Like, here's another thing. I was talking with my friend, okay, and we love Splatoon. Okay?
That's a classic.
It's a game on the Nintendo Switch, Splatoon 3. We love it. Okay. We're talking about the Nintendo Switch 2, and he's like, I'm not going to get the Nintendo Switch 2 unless they release Splatoon 4. One day later. Splatoon Raiders! Now on Nintendo Switch 2. What in the world, right? Why? The thing is, it's a story mode. It's not even Splatoon 4, like the title. But the reason that they're introducing this title is so that, people will buy the Switch. People are just like, oh my gosh, I love Splatoon. Well, there's a new Splatoon game, but you can only play it if you have the Nintendo Switch 2. But the thing is, it's not even the full game. Nintendo told Splatoon, the creators, to make the game for the Splatoon 2 title. They said, well, we don't know what we'll make. It's just like, well, just make something. So they went up and made that game. And I bet it's good, but it's not like what I want personally. But it will cause more people to buy the Nintendo Switch 2.
It's like a cause and effects thing. Really.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, to your example earlier, I'm thinking of, like, there was another ad. I think it was Keanu Reeves. It was of him playing, I think it was Splatoon?
Okay.
Fall Guy.
Fall Guys.
Oh, yes, Fall Guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar
So it
colors,
was
for sure.
similar like that, where, like, I actually, like, when I first saw the ad, which was in a movie theater, I was like, what is this about? It's just Keanu Reeves playing a game. Turns out it was for, like, some other... It wasn't even for a console. What was it for? It was just for...
I know what you're
TV
talking
company.
about, but I forgot as well.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't understand the objective of the ad until the end. All I saw was, oh, that's Keanu Reeves, like, playing a video game right there. But yeah, like, I think what's really funny is, like, the way TikTok has influenced the marketing as well. It's I guess it has its good and bad effects, because YouTube was the OG. is where you discover new things like new video games and so forth. But now I feel like TikTok has also joined that. In a way, it could overshadow YouTube one day, and that's because it's of clips. You literally just grab something off YouTube, chop it up, stick it in TikTok, put like a gameplay of GTA underneath it or something, and then there you go. You have free views right there. You can farm views right there. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts on TikTok being like, I guess, the modern norm now of social media?
Yeah. I don't have TikTok, and I actually deleted Instagram so that I could get away from Reels.
Yeah.
And YouTube is still going to be a problem, and it's always going to be a problem. I can't get away from that. Right? But
Shorts is actually not that bad, though, I will say.
Sure. But just the scrolling platform, people get hooked onto it for hours, right? And it's because as soon as they're bored with something, they just go to the next thing. Yep. And there's so many shorts that YouTube can just filter out which ones are boring while also giving some the chance. Like when you're scrolling, you'll see some shorts that have like 4 likes. And you're like, why am I being shown this? It's because they're trying to give them a chance, right? If it turns out it's actually really good, give it a like. There's like, okay, this person liked it. That's kind of good. Let's push it, right? And then they have another channel that will produce content where it's like, now we can add them to this feed, right? So if you just scroll and you just find something else that's awesome, you get this dopamine hit. And so that's why TikTok is very popular, right? But I'd say like you're just watching it for a couple seconds, and YouTube is actually like full on videos. And I'd say both of them go hand in hand. A lot of them do take a lot of effort, but I'd say TikTok definitely, it's very addicting. Yeah. In terms of the content or like the algorithm for TikTok, it's definitely, they take the person's like, okay, what do you like, right? If you watch a lot of sports, we're going to give you a lot of sports. If you like watching a lot of food tutorials, we're just going to give you food tutorials. So that's what they do. And then people who do TikToks, it's kind of like the same with YouTube. They're going to do what their genre is. If they do a lot of food stuff and then they do sports, people are going to be like, I don't like sports, and they're just going to swipe up, right? TikTok takes how long you watch a video into account. And if people don't watch your content for that long, it's going to suggest it less for other people. And this is exactly what it does for YouTube as well. Mr. Beast. Why does Mr. Beast have 400 million subscribers, right? How did he get to that point? That's insane. He's probably going to get to 1 billion one day at this rate. It's climbing so high. The reason being is because he checks off 3 boxes. View count, like count. View count? No. So there's likes, there's comments, and
retention.
There's audience retention.
Yeah.
Yeah, but audience retention is the big one.
It is.
So
because you want to keep them hooked throughout the whole video from beginning to end, which is something I actually really also like, is the way of when he has a sponsor, he integrates the ad breaks within the video, so you can't really skip past it.
Because you're missing out some of the video, right?
Exactly.
You don't want to do that.
Exactly.
Because that's a big gap in audience retention. That's why a lot of YouTubers don't like doing advertisements sometimes. Or that's why they do it quite quickly. It's just like, this video is sponsored by this or that, and then moving on. So, yeah. So audience retention is big. I remember my video, it got 28% retention, which is like, shoot, like that's not too good. But the thing is, my thumbnail was quite appealing, right?
Yeah.
That's another thing. Click-through rate. Yes. Okay, that's huge. When people are scrolling on YouTube, every time they look at a thumbnail, it takes into account, has this viewer seen this thumbnail? It keeps track of every single time someone has done that. And it keeps track of if people actually click on it. So most click-through rates are like 1% or lower. Because if you're scrolling on YouTube, there's all these videos that you just skipped over. That comes into account. You've doomed that video by a very, very small percentage.
Also, the highest device that people watch YouTube on is phone. So a lot of that scrolling is fast. So they will inevitably skip past a few videos there and there.
Yeah. So if like a new video comes out and you're like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this video, you're going to click on it immediately, right? And that YouTuber's click-through rate is going to be great, right? Like Mr. Beast videos don't come out very much, and they're very centered, they're very focused on the content, and they're like very detailed, right? So people will most likely click on it right away, and then they'll watch the whole thing, which is why Mr. Beast is one of the biggest YouTubers on the platform. YouTube just wants to keep on recommending it to people.
Precisely. Also, with, I guess, even with like the videos that he says didn't do so well, they still like average like 20, 30 million views. Like that's still a lot. Like YouTubers like us would only wish for those numbers.
Absolutely.
And he gets those on the regular.
But
so like
that is true. But for him, those videos would ruin his like channel.
that is true.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, you need consistency.
The sweet number is having videos be around like the average video be around the amount of subscribers you have.
Yes.
And
yes.
that is a nice number.
And I do like now on YouTube Studio they'll show you if your video is like out of 10, what is it? And if it's a 1 out of 10, then you got absolutely like you get the a banger there. So I guess with basically what you said earlier, my follow-up question was like, would you consider using this short form content style to garner a new audience for your channels?
So the thing is, I'm trying to get back into uploading some videos, so maybe we'll see. But the thing is, I've heard that Shorts does destroy some channels. However, it has some benefits, and I haven't done too much research on that, on the Shorts. If you do videos, if you're a videos YouTuber, then that'll do well. If you're a Shorts YouTuber, you'll do well. You'll get subscribers very fast if you're really good at doing the Shorts. But if you go from Shorts and you do a bunch of Shorts content, and then you do a video, you're not going to get nearly as many views from that video as you are from Shorts. Because the viewers that you have for Shorts are only doing Shorts. They pretty much don't look at videos that much, right? Or in that case, they're just like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, I remember him from the Shorts, but I want to watch the actual videos because I'll see him in Shorts later. So if you do Shorts and you try to go to YouTube videos, it's possible and it works for some people, right? But not all the time. But Tommy Innit, for example, Tommy Innit does lots of YouTube videos, right?
Yeah.
But he does do some Shorts on the side, and he says it's because it helps grow his audience. And I think that works well because he's trying to get the audience from the Shorts to come to his videos to get more subscribers. So I'd have to do a bit more research.
Also, at least for me, sometimes the times I do use Shorts, either is to promote something, promote a main video, or when there's just a funny content I just want to do, but then it's obviously way too short for a regular video. Yeah. I just turn it into a short.
I like that.
So I think Shorts, at least in my opinion, I think is perfect for promotion, not so much just the content itself.
I like that, yeah.
So I'm thinking I think you could very well just chop up one of your videos, your new videos. Let's say you really want people to see this video. You just chop it up, take the best parts of it, condense down, change the frame rate, put that as a short, and then be at the end, check out the full video for more or something like that.
I do like that, and I think that's what some YouTubers do. Yeah, I think like for trailers especially, it's just like in this video we did ... Here's the full video. Yeah, I think that's definitely a way that you can advertise. That's a good marketing.
Because obviously the marketing that we did for the documentary, it's a little bit unique because it's a very long documentary. It's not your standard YouTube video. So what we did was we made two trailers, put them up on TikTok and Shorts and that, and it's like the full 2-3 minute trailers. And trailers work because it has that fast pacing, and that will entice the viewer to keep watching from beginning to end, right? So in a way, you can kind of cheat that 1 minute system with trailers. So, yeah, I think with just a standard YouTube video, I think that might be the new norm. That might be it, to not only get a new audience, but to get more exposure for something you really want people to see. So, yeah. So but I guess you won't ever take Shorts as your as a content thing, right? It's just as a way to assist you with your main media stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm definitely a videos YouTuber, not a Shorts.
Yeah,
so.
No, I'm with you on that. Absolutely. Sometimes I find it really hard to plan out a concept of a short than to just do a standard YouTube video. Because number one, you gotta be aware of the time, right? You also gotta be aware of the pacing. There's just too many things to think about for a 1 minute video. So, yeah. Well, one thing the viewers may remember you by, you were involved in the Fortnite films. If you can remember.
Oh boy, Fortnite films. I don't.
The Fortnite films we made in 2019, 2018, 2019.
Was I playing Fortnite?
You were voicing one of the characters.
Oh, I think so. Yep.
You were voicing. You were voicing the detective. His name was Sleuth.
Oh, I think I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
So,
that was a long time ago. That was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Thanks.
That was back in the high school days. Yeah, but that is definitely. I don't want to. I guess that was an experience for sure. So. How did you find it making something like that versus, your standard like gaming videos?
You're talking about like the voiceover?
Yeah.
Well, for the voiceover, I was doing what you were telling me to do. But when I do my videos, I'm the one who's organizing everything. So that's definitely a big difference for sure.
Do you remember anything from that time?
No, not really. All I remember is that pretty sure we went to a room, had a mic, and I was supposed to read out the lines.
Yeah. Well, I brought this up because I might ask you to do that again.
You're going to ask me to do it again? Okay.
Because, as you said, it's been like 6 years since we wrapped up those trilogy of films, and there was some discussion that we might bring back that, but not as films.
Okay.
TV series again.
Oh, that's fun.
Completely new story, new characters, but I think stitching in some old characters as like a small cameo or something would be nice. So, in a way, we did include your old character into the script. So I thought, oh man, if you were willing to voice that character again for it's just like one scene. It's not like the whole story.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
would be. That would be a bit nostalgic, I think,
yeah.
for a lot of the fans. But yeah, that's mainly that. Also, just to make that announcement on this episode, like if you were to come back, you reprise your role as that detective.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe after this, I have the lines for it to now. I can show you afterwards.
Okay.
That would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I mean, what other... Well, from the YouTube stuff you do, what about YouTubers that you watch? What are some things you watch that you enjoy as the audience instead of the content creator?
See, for me, I don't... I know what people like kids would like, so that's why I still want to pursue that content and show them that content. But, even watching Markiplier... I like watching Markiplier's playthroughs. It's a game that I want to see somebody play. And since Markiplier is playing it, he's the genre, right? So I'm watching a game, and separate, there's a genre. It's 2 in 1. So I'm going to watch it. It's going to be great, right? So it's definitely something that I'm definitely interested in, and it varies. For me, I do like... It's interesting. I don't like heavily edited stuff. I don't think I ever really did. Where people are just like...
Literally every Mr. Beast video is like that.
Mr. Beast is good. He makes them funny for sure. But it's not something that I like doing something that I binge. I like a story. How about that? I like that. So, for example, I love Undertale, right? And they have Deltarune, which is also the game that Toby Fox made. And new content just came out, and I just absolutely love it. Because it's a storyline. It's like I'm reading a good book where I get pretty much all the details out of that story.
Right.
So when I watch videos like Markiplier's playthroughs, he doesn't really edit, so I get to see the whole thing, right? So those kinds of things where I just get to relax, I get to see how it plays out. It's quite relaxing for me. While other people think, oh my gosh, this is so boring, why didn't you just edit this part out? You're wasting my time, right? So for the content that I do, I usually don't edit very heavily. And there were some videos where I did edit heavily, and my viewers didn't like that. So I have viewers that also prefer to not have heavy edits.
Because also, I guess, when you edit something, you also change up the pacing. Sometimes it gets way too quick. It's hard to keep up. So, it's different for everyone. So, I guess it's hard sometimes to cater to. You can't satisfy everyone. That's the issue. So, have you ever thought about streaming?
I did streaming before, which was it was. That's the thing on YouTube. If you stream all the time, it will destroy.
Yeah.
It will definitely destroy your.
Bro, I did so
content.
much streaming on YouTube during the COVID times. I streamed Fortnite. I streamed Apex. I did. It was. Well, that's because I had the time. But I'm so glad I don't do it anymore. But that was definitely hard.
Here's the thing about streaming. Okay, streaming is great. All right, and I'll probably do it in the future, but I'll do it quite rarely. Streaming is only good if people stick around for a long time, right? If people aren't sticking around, there's no point in doing it. Because if you have a bunch of people who click on the video and they don't leave, that counts as audience retention. Especially if your video gets uploaded to YouTube later, because that's the whole video, right? The longer the video is, the more in danger you're in. Because for them to watch that whole video, they have to watch the whole video for you to get 100% audience retention from every single viewer. Yep. If your video's like 8 minutes long, there's better chances of your audience retention being very high if your video is very interesting.
That's why clips is so important with streams. Yeah. People clip certain parts of the stream, so you don't have to go searching throughout the whole stream just to find that one moment.
Exactly. So yeah, it's better for someone to not click on the video that would watch 1 second than for someone. How am I saying this? Like, if somebody's gonna watch only like 2% of a video, it's better they don't click on it. Yeah. It's actually more beneficial for the video. So that's exactly what you're saying. That's great.
And I think like just with streaming as the danger of that, everything happens, it happens. Mm-hmm. You say something out of line, it's there. You can't edit it out. It's there. It's on the record. So I think there is a fine line when it comes to streaming.
There's a thing about that too, because people I record with, I'm gonna just expose them. Like, I'm not gonna say their name, but one of the people I record with, they just swear. They just they don't have a filter.
Yep.
And it's like
I have a friend who's exactly like that. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. So I can't go live with them at all because like they won't intentionally do it, but it'll just slip out. And I'm like, I can't go live. I just can't do it. I am a PG-13 YouTuber, so I can't go live.
Like Nick K30 then, with like
something like that. Yeah, dude, I watched Nick K30 when I was a kid. That was fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the people, I guess the people really matters. You know what's funny? The fact that you mentioned that, one of my old streams, which I have private now, but I got a channel strike on it because one of my friends said something just a little too like offensive on that stream, and that stream was from like 5 years ago, and I just got that strike like last year. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! This is an old stream, and I got a strike for it.
Yeah, I was looking at some memes, just with like there was this meme where it's someone has a 10-hour like YouTube video just relaxing music, and then somebody sends a copyright strike on it and says, I'm gonna tell like YouTube that somebody like it was very offensive, so that the person reviewing it has to watch all 10 hours of the video. So like they have people who actually go through it, because computers can't catch everything,
obviously.
Right? Well, they can catch everything, but it's like they don't have emotions, and some things are like new things pop up, so they have to actually have a human watch it. So I'm pretty sure that's why maybe they just got around to it, or somebody just copy striked it and then they have to review it.
Yeah, I mean, have you ever been hit with like copyright stuff before?
I have, like, just for like I put a Club Penguin soundtrack.
Yeah.
And apparently it's not free use, and I was like, whoa. So anyways, I got a copyright strike for that, but I just demonetized my video. But speaking of which, I did find out that there's this little tab on YouTube where it's like you can report other people's videos for being too similar to your own.
Yeah.
And I saw that there was this video that had the exact same everything. It was the same thumbnail. It was the same title. It was the same video. And I go to this guy's channel. He has like 26 subscribers. And it's my exact video. And in the comments, there's one of these guys like, please do more of this. He's just like, I got you, bro. I'm like, heck no. Like, I'm going to take this down, right? So I go and like, I report him. But he downloaded my video off YouTube and then uploaded it again, which is ridiculous. So YouTube definitely, it's smart because I wouldn't know that unless YouTube brought it to my attention. But YouTube has to actually have a human confirm it.
But that does also come with an issue, especially if you have multiple channels. So YouTube doesn't know that sometimes. Yeah. The funny thing is, I played one of our new songs on this podcast when we had another guest over. And then the week I uploaded, I got hit with a copyright strike. I'm like, huh? What's the strike for? It was for that song because it's on a different channel.
Oh.
So like I copyrighted myself.
Oh yeah, but you can just bypass it. Yeah.
But I found it so funny. I'm like that. Like I demonetized myself. But like so like with that tab of like finding channels with similar content, it's great, but sometimes it can't tell when the other channels are also your own channels.
Yeah. I think that you can there's a setting for it's like bypass all things on this channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, YouTube's smart. They've got those settings for sure.
They're definitely like improving a lot with like their features. Like it's so much more manageable now, but they're also a lot more strict. Yeah, a lot more strict now. Like the slightest little mistake, you're banned. But at least they give you the chance to appeal and like try to like fight for it, I guess, especially if it's unjustified. So, I'm curious on like what goes in the production of a Jake Loewen video.
So a Jake Loewen video, I'll bring you through it.
Okay, walk me through the process.
Starts with, hey guys, are you available to record, right? I put in the chat. She's like, yes, no, shoot, reschedule, right? And then we just try to find a time to do it. I have to be available too. Sometimes I'm not, which is annoying, but we usually try to find some time in the evening, usually 6, 7 p.m., somewhere around there. Say, okay, are you guys available to record? It's like, yes, okay, awesome, let's do it. So we'd get on Discord, have OBS open, and then we would do mic checks, make sure that the video's good. I'll record like a little bit of it to test everyone, and then I'll watch the video so that all the audios are lined up. Now I have Voice Meter Banana, so I can do that in the editing software, which is great. So then we hop on our game, and we honestly just play, we play the game just how we want to, and everybody has their own personality, which is great, and we just have fun.
Yes,
and
that's important.
But we have some rules. So we usually like people try to speed run the game that we're in. It says you're not allowed to speed run. You're not allowed to do anything like outside of playing the game normally, right? If you do that, then like that's what all the other YouTubers do. So we're not going to do that. We're going to play it like the way that we feel like the game is intended to play, right? You know how people like they try to go around with like, oh, there's a little glitch here. It's just like, oh, if I do this, then I'll get much more of this resource and stuff like that. It's like, no, we don't want to do that. So it ends up being a lot longer, but it ends up being a lot more enjoyable. Mm-hmm. And then we cut the recording, and then I will put it in the editing software, and I'll just sit like this, and just listen to it. Just like
headphones on, headphones off.
Headphones on the entire time. And then if there's like a point, sometimes someone will, like one of the guys will swear, and I gotta cut it out, and it's fine because we're editing, so right. Or there's just a point where it's so boring, it's just silent. It's like, okay, I'm gonna cut you out. I think there's this one video which I thought was so cool. We were doing this. We were doing a point where we were just setting something up for this like place that we were going to go to. It's like this break where you have to get lots of resources. And we were just talking with one another, but some of it was silent. And so I did a lot of cuts for that one of just like the highlights within that moment. And one of the viewers in the comments just put a timestamp for literally every fun thing that happened. I think one of the guys in the game had a dog that they were with, right? Yeah. And so he says, "I'm gonna feed my dog the heck." Right, because like something happened as soon as he said that, and my friend just burst out laughing because now we have it. It's like, I'm gonna feed my dog the heck, and it was just like it was totally random. It was very funny, and so it was just like put as a timestamp. I'm gonna feed my dog the heck, and then other stuff as well. So it's good memories for sure, just having those videos up and having the comments there. But it's quite low key, not too much editing, and then there's not even music in the background.
Yeah.
Like that's like one of the best parts about it. So and people love it, but it just depends on the genre that you do.
There is a term we use in editing called trimming the fat. Do you often have a lot of fat you need to trim, as in like the silence parts and like some like unwanted bits?
Well, I trim those out, yeah. But if there's like a little bit of silence in between, I won't trim it out.
Oh, so
But if there's like big chunks,
yeah.
it's gone.
I think a thing I also tend to cut out in editing is stuttering. A lot of stuttering.
We thought about doing that the first time, but I don't think we did. But stuttering is definitely very annoying.
Especially when we did the documentary, that was kind of important because you need the pacing.
Yeah.
And you want to seem a little professional. That's right. So a lot of that stuttering had to be cut. But in like, let's say this, I'll just leave it in because it's low key, it's casual. It will not impact the episode in any way. So like, I think it's situational. The type of content you make will also change the way you make it. To change the style is very important. So on the topic of that, there is one more thing I want to talk to you about. Have you seen those animal AI videos that have been popping up lately?
Animal AI videos.
Like Bigfoot vlogging in the forest.
I haven't.
Or like...
No, but I definitely have seen a lot of AI
the gorillas on the podcast talking about like how 100 men wouldn't beat them.
No.
Okay, so that's been a trend lately, and it's whoever's making these AI videos, please continue making them because they are so entertaining. Like I would never thought in a million years would I be entertained by a lion called Mufasa on a podcast talking to the gorillas like of how like he hated Scar. It's so funny. The Bigfoot vlogs are the best too because there's this YouTuber, I forgot his name, but he was a pretty big travel vlogger, like wears glasses and stuff. I forgot his name. I forgot his name. Yeah, someone let me know in the comments. But he recently announced his retirement from doing YouTube, and he has such a big audience. It was devastating for a lot of the viewers because they enjoyed his content. But then shortly after that announcement, these AI videos of Bigfoot vlogging himself in the forest, building a hut, cooking food, going hunting. Suddenly, those became popular, or those became really. I guess the funny concept of that is pretty cool. Like obviously, you can blatantly tell it's AI, but it just works because it's so funny. So I'm curious on I guess your thoughts of just AI now being used predominantly in content creating as well, not just in other stuff. So Google has this new thing, right, called like VO3 or something like that. Something like that, yeah. So what are your thoughts on AI being used to make content?
Well, if you asked me a year ago, I'd say good luck because it's just the weirdest stuff that comes out of AI, and it's hard to find something that's reliable. But AI's been improving so quickly, so much, to the point where it's like, wow, it actually looked like it could be real. Obviously, AI probably needs like another year or two to make it look indistinguishable video-wise, I'd say. Because some things are just like, I found a little thing there that definitely isn't supposed to happen. Just like a person running on like an ocean or something, right? It's like, hey, they're just going for like a morning hike and they're in the water. So videos will do that. But if it's like with the content such as what you're talking about, I mean, you said it's already happening and you enjoy it. That's the thing. And other people enjoy it too. So it's not creating any harm. And the thing is, AI is coming up with it. Not necessarily, because I'm pretty sure that you can add prompts to those AI. So, yeah, I feel like AI will be able to provide a lot of content in the future. I don't see anything too wrong with it. I think it would definitely be challenging for people to come up with creative ideas, especially when AI can just like pull anything out of the past internet, piece some stuff together, and just output.
Yep.
So I can't really say what's going to happen, but I do think it's worrisome for sure for people who want to make content and have become experts with it, and then AI can just do it immediately. But I don't think AI will be able to do it for everyone. There's definitely going to be some scenarios where AI will not be able to do content that some humans will be able to do.
Does I feel like the possibility of an AI YouTuber blowing up is likely. It can happen. Especially, like, it's happening on TikTok already. So now let's say you do full-fledged videos, like a full Bigfoot vlog, like 20, 30 minutes. Yeah, people might eat that up. People will watch it. So, yeah. I think the most random things go on trends. You honestly can't really tell till it happens. So, I guess for, like, us content creators' sake, you just gotta keep experimenting until you suddenly that one thing you put in your video or something that blows up, that becomes trending. So, speaking of trends,
Yes, I was gonna say.
have you watched the Minecraft movie?
Oh, I watched the Minecraft movie. Yeah,
How'd you find that?
it's interesting for sure. I've been watching a video, just like this YouTube video of the Minecraft movie reactions of just like when people say, "I am Steve," and then everybody in the free theater just freaks out, or chicken jockey, and then freaks out. And those videos are pretty funny, I'd say. But like
Bit out of control, but it's funny. Yeah.
a little bit out of no. Yeah, but the Minecraft movie itself, I think it was genius. Okay, the thing is, with such a big variety of content from Minecraft, right? You've got Minecraft Survival, you've got Minecraft Multiplayer, you've got Bed Wars, you've got mods, and then you've got Dungeons and what is it, Legends? Yeah, Minecraft Legends and Minecraft Dungeons.
Oh, Minecraft Dungeons, yeah.
Right,
yeah,
and it's like, okay, well, how do you what do you do with this? How do you piece it all together, right? If you try to make the video like serious, people are going to find it a bit boring
and corny too.
And yeah, exactly. And so the real thing is, why are people there for the Minecraft movie, right? Usually quite a few people are there for the memes. And the creators of this are like, a lot of people are going to be here for the memes. People aren't going to be seriously coming to watch the Minecraft movie. Some people will, right? But quite a few people are like, oh, it's for the memes. So they made it with a bunch of memes. That's exactly how it went. And so it was pretty smart of them. Yeah, but it wasn't the worst movie.
It's one of those movies, I think, where you go there for the experience. Not so much of a life-changing emotional story that's Oscar-worthy.
Yeah, and you got to go with friends. You can't. Don't go alone. Just don't do it. We saw a couple of guys. I tell you, man, if I could find the definition of Discord mod, you just got to go to one of those movies and find just some of the guys that are just sitting there by themselves. You got to go with some people.
Just not enjoying the show at all.
Yeah. It's a movie to hang out with friends at, not to be taken too seriously. Have fun.
Yeah. The funny thing is, this past semester, one of the papers that I wrote, I did a case study on the Minecraft movie.
How'd that go?
That was interesting. Because it involved a social experiment, so I actually had to watch the movie in the theaters. So I watched the movie twice. First time on release week, when it was at its peak, memes were happening. Everyone was dying to go there to experience Chicken Jockey. And then I watched it a second time with Santos the week after.
Yeah.
And that was a lot more tamer, a lot more quieter. Because, like, obviously, it's been a week since the movie's out. Different audience, for sure. There were still reactions. People were laughing, clapping. But comparing that with the first time I watched it in the first week, yeah, like, you can feel the tension. You can feel the hype. Especially when you know the memes are coming. When the chicken jockey scene was coming up, people in the theaters were standing up from their seats in anticipation of it. Like,
was this part of your case study?
That was part of my case study, precisely. That was exactly what I had to write the paper on.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so it was, I don't know, it was an interesting experience for sure. Also, the merch that came with it. Like, have you heard of, like, the popcorn bucket trend?
Oh, where you just throw your popcorn?
Well, no, it started last year with Dune. It had, like, a questionable design, and then since then, almost every movie has been, like, trying to come up with this most crazy creative designs for popcorn buckets.
No, I don't know. What was the Minecraft?
So for Minecraft movie, it was the best of both worlds. They took the popcorn bucket trend and the memes that were coming out of the movie, and they made a chicken jockey buckets and then a bunch of other ones. But obviously, that chicken jockey bucket became a holy grail because it was like two things in one. So it was amazing. It was amazing. So like, yeah, that is, as you said, I think it's genius. Like the story itself, let's be honest, it's not the greatest, but it was the experience that was peak. Yeah, it was for sure. So, what would you give the movie out of 10 then?
Oh, I'm gonna say a 7.
7?
Yeah, 7.
That's very fair. Do you think they should do something like that again?
I wouldn't be opposed. I'd watch it. Like, yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. And then I think, did you see the? Well, I don't really want to. Actually, no. That's kind of a spoiler. But you think the movie was able to cater to the years of content that's come out of that game?
I'd say that's why it was so challenging to figure out what to do with the movie, was because of that content. I thought it was interesting that they introduced some Minecraft dungeon stuff into there with the Boots of Swiftness, I think it was.
Oh, that's where it was from. Yes. I thought it was something that came up just for that movie's sake. So it was a reference from something.
Definitely from Minecraft, yeah.
Okay.
So that was interesting. And making an iron golem out of that, it was cool, for sure. Yeah. That's a little spoilers, but it's not too much.
It's not too much.
If anything, it's for people to look forward to when they watch it for the first time.
For sure. So, my to wrap this episode up, I do have, I guess, counseling might be the word. Actually, that might be too harsh, but so if you had to give any advice to anyone who's up and coming, who wants to get in this content creation space, what kind of advice would you give, especially those who are starting?
Yeah, absolutely. First piece of advice, make sure that you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, if you're doing it for the money, stop now. Just stop. Like, if you're not, it goes with any job. You want to do something that you enjoy. And I would say, like, also just test out doing some content creation. Like, it doesn't have to be big. Like, maybe you can have a separate YouTube channel where you're just like, oh, I'm going to try this out. Like, let's get the recording software going. Let's get the mic going. Let's test out my audio, because you gain that confidence and you gain a lot of skills with it as well, such as editing, right? And then when you do get into the production, I'd say number 2, what's very important is make sure that you stick with a genre. Don't do variety. You can probably do it later if people really like you for who you are. Because for some YouTubers, it happens, right? They always follow the trending stuff, and then people watch them because they love who they are, such as Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. But again, there's very rare cases. You want to do genre. And then third, find the trending. Find what is trending and go for that. I'll give an example. So Dream is an amazing example for this. Dream, so many people know who this YouTuber is. He studied YouTube algorithm a ton before he even started. I think one of his first videos was like Minecraft, but it's a cursed world, right? And one of those videos where it's like, oh, it's cursed, and it's a thumbnail of him mining a pig. Then it's just like, oh, that's definitely cursed. So people click on the video and they watch it because that's a video that a lot of people watch. But then PewDiePie starts a world, and so he tries to find PewDiePie's seed. Brilliant, because a lot of people are watching PewDiePie. And so if he does something about PewDiePie that's unique, then a lot of people may watch his videos. And then he produces his own content, which is Manhunt. And he enjoys it, and then he keeps on producing it. So I'd say Dream is one of the perfect examples of how to get like a lot of subscribers, how to get very popular. Oh, yeah. So finding something that's trending is definitely very important. And people do that in a lot of different ways. Manhunts, right? That's how quite a few of my friends actually got to 100,000 subscribers, is they did manhunts. Actually, I think it was 4 of them that got a YouTube play button just from releasing content like that. So I would say those are definitely the 3 tips that I'd give. But you have to enjoy the content, make sure that you stick to a genre, and try to find trending when you're starting.
Trend. That's like the one thing. Whatever's popular.
Yeah, but when you start, you don't have to do trending past the threshold. There's the threshold. Once you get popular, once you have like a fan base, You can do your own content, and then that content will carry you. But it's just that threshold that you got to get over, and it's super annoying. But that's why when a lot of people a lot of YouTubers give up when they're at 100, 200 subscribers. So they're just like, oh, this isn't going anywhere. This is going to take forever. Yeah. Got to get past that. You got to get YouTube's attention.
So do you think you should do a video on the recent controversies on Shadowverse?
Well, I'll see. Yeah. I will try to whip up something quick.
Yeah.
But I think it could be just anything. You can just talk about it, really.
But it is for people that they would want to know. They have to be interested in it, for sure. Yeah. But again, remember the first thing. You got to enjoy it. So if you don't want to do it, it's probably not the best idea.
Yeah. I mean, also, like, you said, I mean, you haven't uploaded in that period you were gone.
Yeah, I have been gone for a few months and I haven't uploaded. So I'm like, it was fun. It was fun, but it's time consuming for me to edit videos. So like, yeah, I'm just getting back into it. So.
I think also that too, you gotta like try to bring back some of the audience that has probably left during that period of your absence. Consistency is honestly a very important thing too. I would like to add to that. Just to be consistent about it. Obviously, I think there comes a point where you put too much, it's overwhelming. You won't let it marinate in the algorithm. So that's why, like, I think a regular rate for me is like a video every 2 days, which is already like quite a lot of work in itself. Do you mostly edit all your own videos?
All of them.
All of them.
Well,
exactly.
Used to. I do have somebody helping me with editing videos now.
Yeah.
Which is great. But they help out, which is amazing. Asked if they want to. They said sure. And it's great.
Are they getting?
Yeah, definitely giving them a bit. They said that I don't have to. I'm like, that's ridiculous.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
it's very fair. But yeah, like especially with what the video is, especially if it's one where you want it more edited, it takes so much time. And then just having someone who can edit for you, not everything, but like depends on the video, just having someone who can help you out, it saves so much of the hassle. Like I do have someone who helps me, but it's very situational. I don't send them everything. Most of the videos I still edit it myself, but mainly for the podcast, because it's just simple, like stitching, cutting out stuff, and then matching all the audio together. I just send it all to him, and then he helps me get it done. So like, yeah, I think that's another advice. If you can, get someone to help you edit for sure. Do you have anyone who helps you like plan the stuff, or most of the concepts you come up with?
No, I come up with it.
That's good on you. Yeah. Good on you. That's very creative. Do you think you'll do like stuff like this, like a podcast, more longer form content at any point?
Oh, probably not. No, but I love being able to come on other podcasts for sure, which is amazing. Yeah, if I do longer content, probably streaming down the line. Yeah, let's say I don't upload anymore. I'll just, if there's some viewers that want to see me again, it's like, hey, I feel like talking about stuff and just playing, then I'll do that, and they'll be like, oh, this person's back, and then they'll watch me. But that's in the future.
And then my last question is, do you think some of the mission stuff you said in the beginning, would you consider capturing that, turning that into a piece of media?
I don't think I would.
Yeah, that's fair.
If they wanted to document it, I definitely help with it for sure. For my own thing though, probably not. I definitely like journal about it, and then I reflect back on it for myself, but not really like producing for others. I might like take some photos and then show some people, but for documenting it, I'd say no.
Okay, that's very fair. I mean, I think I've kind of created a expectation now, especially after that documentary I made. Because I'm going to tell you right now, like the first meeting we had for the Mexico trip, I opened the booklet, and I just immediately see the first thing, video and media guy. My name is just already on there. I didn't even need to volunteer. It was just there already.
That's so great.
Well, I haven't actually announced the TV series itself. I just mentioned it in a previous guest episode, but official announcement will be soon. But I am intrigued to see how this one will turn out compared to. And yes, I would recommend you to watch the Thailand documentary. That is probably like from all my years doing YouTube. That is probably my like proudest piece of work. So that would be the one I would go around promoting over and over again. Yeah. So yeah, I think we talked about quite a bit. So yeah, how'd you find this? How'd you find this podcasting experience?
I love it.
It's great.
It's really. I wasn't expecting this, which is amazing.
What were you expecting?
We're like, I don't know, like a dinner table and just like mics.
We could.
It's a great this is a great studio setup. Like I love it.
Yeah. Well, this is something I tend to treat anyone who comes on the podcast, which is a nice sample of Prime.
Oh boy. Okay.
So Santos, which one would you recommend him to try?
The red one.
The red one. All right, give him that one then.
Good choice.
All right. Also, didn't you say you want to drink with yourself?
Yeah, later.
Okay. I'm not paid. I'm not sponsored by them, but it's just
Okay.
I have a lot of it. So
Yeah, I don't know what flavor this is.
what is that flavor, Brandon?
It says
What is it?
It's on there.
mixed berry flavored drink with potassium. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Okay, so I'll try a sip.
Yeah, try a sip.
Okay. It's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, tell me what you give it.
Honestly, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Yeah. It's definitely... I don't know why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10.
I mean,
I think it's pretty good. I'm more used to, like, very natural drinks.
yeah,
This has a couple more chemicals in it, but it tastes
Fair.
really good.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
But I do like how it has a lot of vitamins in it, too. So, 9 out of 10 for sure.
Well, there you go. So, thanks for joining. Thanks for hopping on the show, Jake.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah.
It's been nice catching up after many years of not seeing each other. Yeah, but maybe we'll see. Maybe in the future, might ask you to come back. We'll see what happens in the next few years. But yeah, anything final you want to say to, I don't know, these two or the audience?
I would say if you got a dream, you have to pursue it. Or at least you have to try.
You got that?
Because if you don't, you'll be thinking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
But give it your best shot. And even when you feel like you're giving up, just push a little longer, and I guarantee things are going to be better. Yeah.
Cue the Hope Core music. That was good. That was good. Also, because we didn't get to hit this once.
I agree.
There we go.
I didn't even notice that was there.
had to do it at least once. It was just sitting there on the table. Well, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. Give this video a like, subscribe. I'm sure you say that a lot as well.
And make sure you watch the video over again for extra audience retention.
Extra audience retention.
And tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Very important. All right. For now, we're going to call it. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.